that boy Mo Bodies, man. That Don Mo Bodies right now, man. That real more shit, man. G up in the building, man.
What up, YouTube family, man? Welcome to From Indicted to Invited. Go ahead and hit that like button, cash up upper left hand corner. Today's title of this video is called The Knife. I just showed y'all the video probably from the state joint somewhere. And what I wanted y'all to see was the quality of the knives and how creative guys can, some of the most genius guys are in prison. Skillful guys with their hands, know how to do all kind of stuff with their hands, know how to build and create, and you know what I mean. And if you look at the video, you see the guy's knife that he had in his hand. It was a Rambo joint, straight Rambo. And I want to do this video today because I'm scared to death of the knife. Like I say, I'd rather get shot than motherfucker stab me to death. You know what I'm saying? So, the knife in the federal penitentiary is I ain't like the dude, you see the dude dancing and like he having a good time, right? He probably not the toughest dude as far as one-on-one with his hands, right? But that thing that he was holding in his hand makes him not to be fucked with. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody ain't walking around with one of them. Everybody just don't have one of them. Most of the knives kind of look like this. It's usually one of these right here. And the people who make knives, let me tell you a story. I know a guy that can make knives real good. He can cut anything with dental floss. They tear up the lockers, the metal sheets of the bed that the mattress sit on. You'll go and it'll be a knife cut out of that shit. And you, like every time that you get a bump and you look up, it'll be the perfect. If you on the bottom, you looking at the top bump, it'll be a perfect cut of a knife cut out the bump, bro. And you wonder how the hell did they cut that metal? What they use? Right? So I knew a guy that once used to make knives and stuff. He was a gang member. One of his gang members got stabbed with one of his knives. They whooped on him and sent him up top, sent him to the hole, and then got him off the yard. The knife hustle is a big hustle, but it can come back to haunt you depending on who you sell it to. It can make your time horrible. The repercussions of you selling a knife to the wrong person. So for this example, he sold a knife. I don't even say to a rival because shit can jump off. Or an op because shit can jump off later that make them a rival or op. You know what I mean? He could have sold him the knife 6 months ago. You know, you need a knife, blah, blah, blah. It could have been a homie, but not a gang member. Anything, bruh. So the knife hustle is the most trickiest hustle, bruh. It's the most trickiest hustle. You gotta be real careful how you move. Now I remember when I first got to Beaumont, it was so hot there and stuff, I didn't want to be out on the yard. Every time you went on the yard, you on the ground, the deuce is going off. Grenades and shit, sound grenades going off all the time, and I didn't want to be on the yard. So I was like, man, let me be honest with you. Man, I thought about it like later, like I was a fucking crash dummy when I first got there because my homies had me, I used to hold their knives while they went on the yard. They made me a little belt strap with the little hooks, and I used to have it up under my shirt, all the knives going around. Hey, man, do you know, if I'd have got caught with them knives, bruh, I wouldn't have got the clemency. I wouldn't be talking to y'all today. Do you know I would not be talking to y'all today? Like the knife, boy, they send you out, like they can, if they want to, if they really want you, they can send you out and give you an extra charge, bruh, on your case, give you extra time. Just add the time on it. 3 years for each one. Boom, boom, boom. 5 years for each one. Depending on how long it is or whatever. I'm telling you, bruh. Like I was a crass dummy, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I thought about it. I caught on early in the system. My first couple of months, I caught on like, man, I ain't doing that no more. You know what I mean? I'm green to the side. I don't even know if I can get a charge off of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so the dude they ended up whipping on him a little bit because one of the homies got stabbed with one of his knives that he made, one of his signature knives. And he had to leave the yard with a whooping. You know what I mean? So the knife play is like, let me show you this video.
They done got him. They done got him, y'all. Hey, throw that towel right there, man.
Now, I ain't see like right there when he got stuck in his leg, right? But you saw the maneuver that he put. The dude was a soldier, right? Because he locked his arm up. Dude had a joint this long in his hand. But he locked his arm up so he couldn't get that joint off. So I don't know where he got hit in his leg, right? But this is up close and personal battles. And the animal that everybody got in them has to come out when you're in the penitentiary, right? And sometimes a lot of dudes in there ain't nothing but players, bruh. You know, dope dealers and smooth players and all right. And you end up in the penitentiary, and you had to become part of an army, or you had to become an army in yourself. You have to have that animal. You have to be a savage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you playing with the knives, you can get hit in the wrong spot of artery. You can get killed or kill somebody. Just when you're playing with the knives, it's just so, it messes your time up, bro. I know people that went in and had 15 and 20 years and they killed somebody and they never got out. They end up dying in prison. Like, just jacked the whole time up over the knife, bro. The knife is like the holy grail of the federal penitentiary, bro. You know what I'm saying? And some of the softest dudes walking around there with the biggest knives. The softer, the bigger. You know what I mean? And it's just a jungle, man. It's just like, it wasn't for me, bro. That shit just wasn't for me. To me, it was for suckers, bro. And man, I'm trying to do everything I can not to let them people get their hands back on me. I mean, seriously, bro. It's shit. Listen, man. And it ain't got to be the penitentiary. It's some lows that went up. There's some lows that went off before. Like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy, bro. And let me show y'all this last video. All right, now listen, I'm gonna show y'all one more video, right? And This happened in Florence, Colorado, right? Where the Spanish dudes that got into it with the white boys or whatever, and they wanted certain white boys to lead the yard, right? And I'm trying to not to be speaking or snitching on some shit, right? But there's only blacks and Mexicans in the penitentiary. All the rest of the people are sprinkles. You know, white boys catch the most hell in the penitentiary, bro. Right? And there's some tough ass white boys that come through there. The ones who come through there and they make it, they tough as fuck. Right? Or they're giving up their ass. That's how they make it. They tough as fuck, or they giving up their ass. You know what I'm saying? And they just outnumbered. So here's a video about the removal of the white boys in Florence, Colorado. Check it out.
Stressed out. I am preparing them for the real world, Teddy. Okay, I may not be their best friend. Everyone here is stressed.
What the fuck?
Hey, let's watch the language, please, Miss Carter.
Why did you add AP calculus to my class note? Knowing good and well I already have 5 units to teach plus nights. It's too much.
Oh, you're a nice one teacher.
No, I'm just a bitch that like to wear glasses. Yes, I'm a high school teacher.
I just gave y'all a minute and a half of that video, right? I cut that video short. That beat then went on for a minute. I'm not going to tell you the outcome of none of that and none of that. You know what I mean? I want this video to get monetized. They haven't been monetizing my videos. Everything I talk about, they got this thing on it. YouTube not really fucking with me like that. So I showed it today, man. I wanted y'all to because people are still going to prison, bro. People still getting caught up. Like, it's just like, I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. You do not want to go in there. I was never about that life. That one-on-one closer person. I was never about hurting no other person over bullshit. That just ain't how I roll. You know what I'm saying? That just ain't never how I roll. To be just a violent type of dude. You know what I'm saying? But it was times where I had to protect myself. And when you in there and you're around animals, you become an animal. You become an animal. You got to. That's why I tell you, don't go. If you don't want to be an animal or be a savage, don't go to prison. This is from Indicted to Invited.